and it sprouted a gold torch, and then it sprouted a cotton candy off of the same colony.
Every day it's an adventure. You find something new and something growing and changing colors.
When you can see something you've never seen before, when you've seen a lot of things, it's always a good day in the neighborhood.
Hey Reef Builders, it is Remy and I'm here at Vibrant Corals in Irving, Texas. Let's go on in and see all the fish and coral.
Hi, my name is Danelle and I'm one of the owners of Vibrant Corals and Fish. We have a 5,000 square foot facility and we're located in Irving, Texas. We are about 10 minutes from the DFW airport, so it makes it very convenient for us to go pick up our shipments that are coming from international. We have inverts, we have fish, and we have coral from all over the world.
It came with some struggles off the bat. Take us through what those obstacles were for you guys.
We did have a fire back in 2018, Memorial Weekend actually. Remember it very well. It was pretty hard. We lost everything. It was a power strip that exploded in the middle of the night, and everybody knows salt water and power strips don't mix electric. It went straight across the roof of the ceiling and burnt everything into our tanks. By the time I got here, everything was pretty much gone already. The fire department showed up and opened up the back door and started spraying all the tanks, and we were pretty much out on the street for a little bit. But an employee of mine who is still with me today, Nick Latino, bless him, he has been such a great employee. He was one of the reasons why I just kept going. I didn't want to give up because I just love what I do.
So why didn't you give up?
I just took to such a liking of the coral, and I thought it was so beautiful and interesting, and every day it's an adventure. You find something new and something growing and changing colors, and it's just magnificent, and it's such a calming feeling when you get to work. It's nothing like any other job that you would do, and it is very physical. There are very long days, but at the end it's just rewarding. It just keeps me going. I'm like addicted to coral, I guess you could say, and now I'm learning about fish. I have a business partner that I brought in January 1st of 2022, and it's the best thing that I could have done to help me, and we have grown so much, and we've done a lot, and just to see customers in our stores grow and thrive because of us helping them, it's a good feeling. Yeah.
Tell us about Caleb.
Caleb, he is younger than I am, first of all, so he's got more energy than me, and I try to keep up with him. He is a very hard worker. He is like a brother, and you feel like you've known him forever, and he's so willing to help people, and we balance each other very well, and I couldn't have asked for a better business partner.
Hey everybody, welcome to Vibrant Corals. My name is Caleb Perrette, and we're here with Reef Builders. Let's go take a look around. So we'll start from the back here. This is where we keep a lot of our corals that require a bit of cooler water and prefer a deeper tank, starting with the Australian Symphilia wilsoni. These are the cold water wilsoni, and they actually take a while to acclimate prior to being shipped to us here in the US. They go through about a 2 to 3 month acclimation period, jumping 1 degree at a time over a 2-week period. So every 2 weeks goes up a degree in temperature, and what that allows the coral to do is acclimate to the warmer waters of our normal aquarium temperatures, and basically it retains its color that way. A lot of times if these are shipped too soon, they're notorious for losing their color and bleaching out, and so they get a bit of a bad rap, but honestly, if you acclimate them correctly, you get beautiful corals like this. Another little fact about these is these actually come from an area with a lot of kelp forests. And so in order to collect these corals, you have to compete with great white sharks who are out there hunting for the seals that are hunting for the fish that live in the kelp forest. So I have a couple of pretty interesting stories about great white sharks coming up and being a little inquisitive while my divers are collecting this stuff. And a little secret for you, apparently what you're supposed to do when a great white shark is getting curious is you got to swim right at it and assert dominance. I don't know if I could do it, It sounds terrifying, but apparently that's what you're supposed to do. Here we have some beautiful examples of Solomon Island chalices. I'm particularly enamored with the Solomon Island regions for what they're producing on chalices and what they're finding there. We're actually finding true rainbow chalices with rims out there. When I was out there diving, we also found some that were inside of caves, had no direct access to light whatsoever, but were brighter than anything else around them, which was crazy to me. I actually dove 20 feet into an outcrop underneath this reef. It was a complete darkness, but I could see in the back something glowing, and it was actually a chalice hanging off the back wall. But I've grown a very soft spot in my heart for mushroom corals for whatever reason, and I think it's because there's such a variety, even amidst like the species, right? There's such a variance that you're always seeing and finding something cool, different, new, and I've really gotten a penchant for collecting them now. In fact, the tank in my office is predominantly a mushroom tank now, which if earlier me would have heard that, I would have been like, Caleb, what are you thinking? What are you doing? But it just shows you that there's such a cool multifacetedness to this hobby where you can always find something new, something cool, different species, different things to collect, different things to discover and admire. So when we work with stores, we want to provide them with what the market, the consumer, the customer, you desire. And a lot of people aren't wanting to just get a huge piece of coral, stick it in their tank, right? Because one colony could take up way too much room. We do extensive fragging and manicuring of coral here at Vibrant Corals so that we can provide a palette of ready to go frags for our stores in order to provide you, the customer, with the ability to not break the bank, but get a variety of coral that is in a smaller form for you to grow out and enjoy the process of aquaculture. So this torch is pretty wild. It came in as this God torch, and you'll notice the vibrant yellow tips on it. And then over time, we noticed that it had two other heads coming off of it, and it sprouted a gold torch coming off of it naturally. And then it sprouted a cotton candy off of the same colony. And unfortunately, it looked magnificent, but unfortunately that cotton candy head grew to be so big that the base of it, which was attached to the base of the other torch, got top heavy and it fell off. Otherwise, you would see all three of these together on the same torch, which is, I don't even know how rare that is. I've never seen it before, and I see a lot of torches. One theory is that there's a spawning event and a coral larva landed on the skeleton of the original torch and grew out from there. Can't say for sure, but the fact that there's a third head of a different color makes it reasonable to think that it was probably through a spawning event that this happened. So back to my mushroom kick. These are all Caribbean mushrooms. We get these from Belize, from Dominican Republic, St. Thomas, Neglectus. We get the Recordias. And again, you can have a St. Thomas, 10 of them, and all 10 of them could look different. Love how they are hardy, they're easy to keep, and with the variety, you can collect a bunch of them and they look like a beautiful bouquet. So we recently changed our name to Vibrant Corals and Fish, and the reason is, this is gonna shock you, but we bring in fish now. And so here's a small row, and we are working on expanding it, but a small row of some of the fish that we currently have. Blue-faced koi tang, midnight puffer from the Solomon Islands, tiger angel from Madagascar, grommas from the Caribbean, the Corazon damsel, regal angels, chalk bass, coal tangs. And for me, being a predominantly coral guy, this has been a lot of fun to get into fish, learn more about them, and to really see the biodiversity and the variety of things out there. It's quite mind-blowing. And there will be an article coming out in the near future about a couple of cool fish we have coming in. Be on the lookout for that. We did the math on it. It's about 1 in 10 billion chance this would have happened in the wild, and not only that, to be captured. So we're gonna have those two coming here on Thursday. Be on the lookout. So back to the discovery of new things. I had never seen this before. Yellow frammers from Solomon Island. And these copper and blue splatter hammers. Again, it's just, when you can see something you've never seen before, when you've seen a lot of things, it's always a good day in the neighborhood. So currently we're at about 9,000 gallons here at Vibrant Corals, and that includes our intake systems, our holding systems, as well as our fish systems, and then our 3 large reserve sump areas. Typically when we bring in coral, we do about 150 to 200 boxes per week, and this is actually our put together station. We run a hose from this table down to the drain so we can pack out or unpack directly on this table without it getting on the floor. Flows directly into the drain. We process the coral, dip it, and then we allocate it to its designated tank depending on what species and region. Over here is more holding systems, but also our outbound tank. So when your local fish store places an order, it gets pulled off the floor, put in here first, examined, and we pack out of this tank in order to fulfill all our orders. I want to thank reefbuilders.com for coming out and seeing our facility. It's been super cool. You know, been asking about some of our future plans, and they're pretty.
It's a secret. Don't give it away.
It is a secret, but when you do want to find out, visit reefbuilders.com for that exclusive. And in the meantime, call up your local fish store and have them scan this guy to visit vibrantcoralsandfish.com and get that by ya.